I actually had somebody make a response video to my video about why atheists make fun of Christians. And it was not a good video, but I was humored by the fact that somebody actually took the time. In fact, they took 16 minutes to respond to a 6-minute video. But I got the feeling he didn't quite understand what I was getting at. And he was making the claim that while I was saying I wasn't making fun of Christians, that I actually was making fun of Christians. And, to each your own. And I appreciate somebody taking the time to respond. But I did want to clarify. When I was making my point, what I was really trying to say, and I will use what Christians say as an example. Christians say about sin, hate the sin, not the sinner. So on that line of logic, I say, ridicule the belief, not the believer. I'm not ridiculing Christians as people, not as human beings who live and breathe and do things. I'm ridiculing people who believe a man walked on water and turned water into wine, or a burning bush, or a talking snake, or a boat full of animals. That's what I'm making fun of, because those are silly beliefs, and they defy logic to believe these things. I mean, if you accept the laws of nature, the laws of physics, you cannot believe these other things unless you believe in magic. I mean, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. I mean, if you... and Christians are so abundant in this country of the United States that they are an easy target. I mean, they're just, let's face it. I mean, look at the political system. Look at things that Rick Perry says. Look at what our future vice president says. And it's almost scary, the things that they say. I mean, you almost don't want to ridicule them because what they say is dangerous and scary. And it makes you think our educational system is crap and it's going down the toilet because they are pushing. I mean, Rick Perry wants creation to be taught in public school. I mean, he actually brags on that. He brags that they're teaching creation in public schools. It should make you angry what Christians believe. It should make you angry knowing that they think what they believe is correct and that everyone should believe it. Now, to each their own. People can believe whatever they want. All I ask is they don't push their beliefs on other people. And the old thing is like, oh, you got to respect people's beliefs. No, you don't have to respect other people's beliefs. That's the farthest thing from the truth. There's no reason to respect other people's beliefs when they are crazy beliefs. Now, you can say you're welcome to your beliefs and I will give you the opportunity to voice your beliefs, but I don't need to respect them. And I will ridicule them if I think they are ridiculous. And many Christians brag about the things that they believe. They brag that they believe the Bible is true. And I guarantee you they haven't read the Bible, because if they had read the Bible, they would be horrified for one, but they would not be bragging that they believe that it is true. And other religions, and there are a ton of them. I mean, Scientology is one that really needs to be made fun of. I mean, that needs to be ridiculed out of existence. And Christians don't think it's a real religion, but yet a lot of them think atheism is a religion. And Islam, that's another one that needs to be ridiculed into the dirt. And I don't care what Muslims think. I mean, I understand these are cultural beliefs in many ways, and I understand that there's a long tradition, but a lot of these long traditions, I mean, like the hijab, in Iran, they nearly got rid of it. But when the religious clerics came in, they enforced religious doctrine and brought it back and made women wear the hijab again and brought that country back in time. I don't know how many years. Religion needs to be ridiculed. it needs to have its flaws pointed out. We need to point and laugh at the people who are claiming that a man who was 500 years old, how old was Noah? Filled a boat with every animal species, and then they backpedal like, oh, it was, they evolved after that, and everything. Any excuse that they can use to justify their belief that a man put every animal on a boat needs to be ridiculed. We need to point and laugh at these people. Ken Ham needs to be pointed and laughed at out of this country. I mean, if anyone should be deported, him and Ray Comfort should be kicked the hell out, because these people are detrimental to society, and they need to be ridiculed mercilessly because they deserve it, because they've done things to make this country a worse place. They've done things to make this world a worse place. The world is worse for having Ken Ham in it. And I'll say it to his face if I ever saw it. Though, I'm sure he'll block me from it. Anyways, I want to clarify. I am not making fun of Christians as people. A few of them need to be mocked, but not because of them being people, but because the things they believe should be ridiculed. And hopefully that clarifies things. Remember, if you're going to say, hate the sin, not the sinner, then I can say, ridicule the belief, but not the believer. I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I'll catch you next time.